Okay, hello guys, and welcome to what I think might be the unluckiest Minecraft speedrun, definitely that I've ever had, and I think might be ever full stop. I would like to know if anyone's ever gotten worse rod rates than this. As you can see from the thumbnail, and probably in the title, or whatever I decide to do, I did just do this voiceover, but then I got someone who's a lot smarter than me to work out what the actual odds of what happened were. And it was a one. I went 2 for 24 on rod rates, and there is a 1 in 60,000 chance of that happening. So, I thought that was insane enough to put it in a video. The actual seed itself is really, really good. So it kind of sucks it happens on this seed. This is probably the best. This is the best structureless seed I've ever had in terms of like the actual structureless overworld portion, and then the actual nether. I've never had a good structureless seed like nether-wise, but this structureless overworld was incredible. The amount of food that I get. And the entry time that I get is phenomenal, and I get like a bunch of wood as well. Like this structureless is brilliant. Honestly, you really can't ask for much better than this structureless right now. So I could have entered right here when I had like 4 pork chop. I was like, dude, I'm just gonna kill these pigs over here. I'm like, I think it's worth this like 10-15 second time loss or whatever to have 8 pork chop, which for any run that I would be doing is should be enough food for the rest of the run. I'd 100% think that's the right decision there. But yeah, 1 in 60,000. So please let me know if you know of any speedrunners, or maybe you yourself have gotten worse rod rates than this. Like, I'm not like crying about it, like, oh my god, I'm the unluckiest speedrunner. I'm like in shock that there's a 1 in 60,000 chance of me getting these rod rates. Like, I've probably never got an odds like that in my life, which is absolutely crazy. And I just want to know if anyone's ever gotten worse rod rates than this, because if this is like the most unlucky ever, it would just be cool, if that makes any sense. Like, it's unlucky, obviously, but it's so unlucky that it's actually lucky, because it's a 1 in 60,000 chance, and I think it's really cool. So yeah. So it's not just the rod rates that's that's unlucky about this run. This bastion is really slow. My trades are really bad. It's treasure, so treasure's always inconsistent. But my pearl trades are really bad, like really really bad. Like, could be worse. Don't get me wrong. I could have gotten no pearls, of course, but you know. So this is like the second, like, I'd argue, like, stupidly unlucky run that I've had on a really good seed. The reason this was a good seed is because basically there was mountains of obsidian in the treasure chest, so it was like a free calculated. And if I had like a reasonable time bastion and a reasonable time fortress, I could have been calculating at around like 9 minutes. So that's just like almost that's a free sub 15 at least, and probably around a sub 14. I think calculate is a bit too slow to get sub 13. Yeah, like almost definitely too slow, but still, it definitely could have been sub 14able. So that's really sad. That's really, really sad. But yeah, so I've actually had another run which is super unlucky, and this run was a sub 13able seed, where I didn't get a single pearl trade out of the entire housing bastion, and I also got the backup 3 gold blocks, and I had 2 gold blocks out of 2 separate chests as well, and I got 0 pearl trades out of all the gold out of housing. And now I've had a run where my rod rates are absolutely abysmal. This is luckily on a worse seed, but still on a good seed, so I think I'm overdue absolute godlike. So if you see in my next PB or my next good run that I upload that I go 6 for 6, like, this is why. You'll see this run is like, I should go 6 for 6 on the next 8 runs in a row, boys. Like, I'm not I'm not gonna lie, but I thought this was so funny, and a lot of people will probably be interested in seeing it, because this is so astronomically unlucky. Like, 1 in 60,000 is outrageous, like actually outrageous. If you applied 1 in 60,000 but in the opposite direction, dude, I mean, it's not quite dream odds, bro, but those odds in my favor. What? I wouldn't be arguing. I would not be arguing. But yeah, I would love to know if this is the unluckiest speedrun ever, because not only did I get like ridiculously bad rod rates, like ridiculous. It ends on 6 for 33, but I was 2 for 24 at one point, which I just could not believe. Could not believe. So yeah, that's the 1 in 60,000 chance. I was 1 in 17 at one point, and that's like a 1 in like 17,000 chance or something. And then the 6 for 33, I think, is like a 1 in 10,000 or something. I don't know. I'm really bad at this. I got someone to properly work out the 2 for 24, because I thought that was the craziest, and it turns out it was. So yeah, the other ones might be off. Please, I'm not a mathematician. I got a C in maths. I'm so bad at probability. It's actually, I'm brain dead. So yeah. Please, yeah, ignore any of my like stupidity here. But yeah, I just play block game fast. But yeah, so I'm right now just having fun with it. I'm just having fun with it. I'm like, dude, whatever. Right, right there, I realise I'm 2 for 18. I was 1 for 17. But that's not as bad as 2 for 24, apparently. Oh, and I just kill these guys, and it just keeps going. Like, like I was thinking I was unlucky at first, but it just keeps going, and I was so into. I find this hilarious. Like, I'm not crying about it by any means because it's just so funny how bad this is. How bad this is. If the blind trap, like, obviously I could do calculating this, but if like the actual blind travel itself was god tier, I think I would be crying about this. But you know, it's whatever. The Bastion was super slow. I had to do calculated for this to even be a relatively good run. You know, so it really isn't that deep, but it's incredible. It's actually incredible. That's why I got it sped up. I mean, look at the time right now. Keep in mind we entered the fortress at 7 minutes 30, and I think I left at about. I go kill a stray, thinking I might get a rod. No, of course not. I was at like my chat were actually like in hysterics with how bad this was. Like actually, I don't. I'll like 1 in 60,000. I'm probably never ever gonna. Like, I've got like a total of like 17,000 attempts I think in Minecraft speedrunning. So keep in mind I've speedrun this game 17,000 times technically. You know, you got 2 sub 15s, blah blah blah. There's no way out of those 17,000 times I've even been at a blaze spawner 17,000 times. I don't even know how many times I would have been a blaze spawner in that amount of times. Probably a few hundred. I feel like it's not unreasonable to say. So getting a 1 in 60,000 chance, you know, out of a thing that I've probably not even been at more than like a couple hundred times in actual speedruns, that's insane if you think about it like that, you know. You know, a 1 in 60,000 chance happening to me technically isn't the most crazy thing if I've, you know, been at a blaze spawner 60,000 times. But I've definitely haven't. And not a single runner has been at a blaze spawner 60,000 times. Like, ever. So when you kind of put it in perspective like that, it's like mental. Actually mental. You know, we're not hitting the 1 in 7.5 trillion like some people do, but like, damn. This is still pretty crazy. This is still pretty crazy. I'm not even joking. At one point I was like, mate, do I somehow have some sort of like data pack on? I was like, really, like, it was that bad. I was like, nah, surely not. Surely not. I've never seen this before. The worst I think I can ever recall getting before this, I got 2 for 10 once. And that was like my worst that I can remember off the top of my head. I don't think I ever got worse than 2 for 10. So 2 for 24 is a bit of a step up from that. And when it gets into probabilities of that happening, because of like blaze drops being a 50% chance, it just gets ridiculous. I also had a double eye break as well, if you didn't notice. I also had a double eye break, which is hilarious, which is just typical for this run. This run actually is literally the worst. Did I have another eye break? Oh no, I got that one. So we had a double eye break out of a total of like 5 throws, was that? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 throws, double eye break. So that's also unlucky. Like, on average, that's unlucky. My treasure bastion was unlucky. My rod rates were astronomically unlucky. So that's why I'm titling this the unluckiest Minecraft speedrun. Because as far as I know, I think this title is, I think this video run might be deserving of this. So I don't actually finish this run because I have no food and I'm running around like a lemon. I'm on half heart and there's a skeleton right there. I really wanted to try and finish this run if I could. I was gonna like death reset. I was actually planning on death reset just as I got back to the start staircase, because I wanted to finish it just for the fun, but I didn't end up finishing it. But yeah, I mean, let me know if it's an unluckiest speed run, but I think this just is a meme run, to be honest. Literally just the dumbest, unluckiest speed run. Hopefully, I can get a god seed and get this kind of bad luck bit flipped over. Maybe this will transfer to good luck in a future run. Maybe I'm front loading all my bad luck now, you know, and I'm gonna backload all my